Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink came together, became something so much bigger. Dave, tell them about it.
It's only 110 calories per can. It's low carb. Comes in an 8-pack with 4 great flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and Joe's personal favorite, grape. Enjoy yourself some Game Up and enjoy.
You know, we've had this whole thought that we didn't think The Rock was going to be at WrestleMania. Dave, is that looking different after this segment?
Yeah, it's a possibility he's going to be there, but it's still kind of up in the air as far as a match goes. It's very interesting. So the segment was a bomb. The Rock basically had announced on social media he was coming to Smackdown. People were buzzing. The Rock was going to be there. And then in the beginning, Cody was supposed to be part of this 6-man match with Braun Strowman and Damian Priest against Jacob Fatu, Sosako, and Tama Tonga. But Nick Aldis says in the beginning, you're not going to be a part of it. And Cody's like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, it's over my head. You're not going to be part of the 6-man match. And Cody's like, what do you mean? Who do we have to talk to? And Nick Aldis says, well, you're not going to talk to anybody. You're not getting it. It's over my head if you smell what I'm cooking. And he goes, oh. And he says, and the final boss wants to talk to you tonight. So when I heard the final boss wants to talk to Cody, my first thought was, this is going to lead to Cody and The Rock having a match at Mania. But if you know, we already have this big Elimination Chamber match set for the winner to wrestle Cody at Mania. So I have some theories about that. But now let's get to the segment. Now, Rock comes out babyface mode, and he announces that they're in New Orleans, by the way, that WrestleMania is coming to New Orleans next year. Big babyface pop. And then he switches kind of to heel mode, or he's talking about basically he wants Cody to be his champion. And Cody looks confused, and he's like, I'm champion for them, the people. And he goes, no, I want you to be my champion. And they go over being in friendship. This is probably coming off sounding better than what it actually was. This segment went on for it felt like over 30 minutes. Rock rambled back and forth. It was very confusing. John and Wei Ting do a great job of breaking this down on Post Wrestling. It wasn't a good segment. In the end, basically, Rock says, take a week to decide. Meet me at Elimination Chamber. Cody, it's like, you got what I want. And Cody's like, this isn't your title. He's like, no, I don't want that title. He's like, I want your soul. So I took this as this is going to be like a corporate, almost like McMahon Austin. McMahon wanted his corporate champion. And obviously Cody will say no. This will be Elimination Chamber. But Rock was talking about a press conference afterwards. He said, this doesn't have to, great part about the storytelling is it doesn't have to finish in a match. And some people are saying well, all wrestling finishes in a match. What are you talking about? I do think this will finish in a match. I don't know how this is all going to play out. Maybe whoever is going to be in the Elimination Chamber, Rock is going to end up endorsing to beat Cody, and we'll see Rock play a part like that, and eventually we'll get Rock and Cody. Or my original thought is maybe night 1, Cody's going to wrestle the winner of the Elimination Chamber. We'll say John Cena, and the winner of that will meet The Rock on night 2. So I think there's a couple ways to go. I'm kind of interested to see where this is going because it's The Rock, and I think there's a lot of big possibilities. But this segment as a whole was really just a thumbs down, a miss.
It's kind of wild that the last couple times we've seen Rock on TV, that his segments have felt like more of a miss than, knocking it out of the park, which is weird for one of the all-time best on the mic. What do you think it is about it? Do you think he's coming out there with really no plan of what to do? Could it be that his genius was all in Vince's scripting?
No, I don't buy that. I think maybe you got a great team around you. It can help, but I think part of this is just poor planning, and part of this has been a poor presentation in the sense that when Rock first came back and he showed up on that Raw on Netflix, we all expected him to be part of Mania. We all expected him to be part of character. Instead, what happened was he went back to Dwayne Johnson, PR guy, and nobody really liked that, and that's fine. I didn't like it either, and we weren't really expecting that. So there would have been a nicer way to transition from that, but we didn't get that. I just took it like, okay, this guy's not going to be at Mania. Then he went on to NXT and just kind of went out there and started talking and then really had nothing planned. But I'm like, all right, well, that was kind of weird, but that's NXT and he's not really a part of NXT. But this was almost like, we got no plan, but we kind of want you there, and we're going to do something with you, but we don't know what, and you need to be a heel, but you need to come out as a babyface first to get this crowd excited about Louisiana. It was very confusing, and I would say, these guys will adapt. If you look at The Rock and his career and the people they put behind him, they'll adapt to a situation. If you remember last year at Mania, The Rock nobody wanted The Rock there. They wanted Cody. They went with Cody. Cody ended up being the champion. The Rock was a part of it. It made for a pretty good program. They'll adapt, but right now, this has just been a miss.
And Dave, last week we talked about the fact that Legends and Future Greats was going to be debuting that night. Did you get to watch episode 1?
I did not. I actually thought I had it recorded on my DVR. I did it, so I'm going to try to watch 2 episodes this week.
I did not get to check it out either. I had planned to because I was excited about it. Let's check the DVR real quick. If you go into the Working Fans portion of the DVR, it's there.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just set something up not too long ago. So either way, we should have something to watch. So
yeah, I'm excited to watch it.
I watched Rivals. They had Undertaker and Austin as a rival, and they had like WWE's greatest moments. I looked at Raw in the 90s. They were okay. Nothing I had to see. Legends and Future Greats is obviously going to be a different type show. So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really not excited about the reality TV aspect of it, but I believe it was you that showed me a picture of Jeremy Borash sitting at a table,
right,
possibly calling action. So
Vic Joseph, yeah.
Maybe getting to see, maybe it'll be interesting to see the development of them training with these people to getting into the ring.
Because these are guys from the independent world too and stuff, a lot of them. So there's a lot of guys and girls who can wrestle here. And I think it's also going to be mixed in with some other talent. So it'll be interesting. And we got coaches that are like Undertaker and Bully Ray. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, man, I like it.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.